It's a beautiful spring morning, and we are here ready to receive the BisContainer. Gonna have this pull in. This is the first one from this distributor. Has our 18 BeatStreams coming in on it. So I'll wait for them to pull up here and put down the dock and get right into it.
Hey, you know, sometimes the easiest backing spot is the hardest, because you know what I mean?
I know.
It's easy, back right in.
You know, it's even easier when you pull into the right spot, too.
I pulled right to that guy's spot easy.
Yeah, no problem. All right. I'm made of platinum or something. Need to leave my bolt cutters here. We're gonna have fun with this one. They nailed a lot of them down. There we go.
Oh look, pooping of the music. Oh,
Yeah, we got our poppin' musics first. So this is actually the first real good look I'm getting at the stuff in here. So it's pretty exciting.
Ooh. Oh, it's a Taiwan container.
Yeah, it is. Look at all those. Oh, actually you can't see it on the camera, but we can definitely see all those Dance Maniacs. I don't see any other way they could have fit those in there like more efficiently, like
Oh, there's a BeatStream in the back.
except for maybe taking the bars off. What's
It'd
up?
be a lot easier if you got one of them.
No, it's all good. I got a crowbar.
Oh yeah, that'd probably be easier than unscrewing them, I bet.
Yeah, well, my friends' containers, they all come in nailed. You know, ours are always screwed, but hers always came nailed.
Huh.
So we got to get used to it. The next one's going to be that way too. IST's is going to be half...
Hey, when I back up, tell me if it's good, because I'll drop it and go get fuel.
No, you good, yeah. We'll let you know. But yeah, we're gonna start getting some that are half and half or all nailed or something. So I think we got our crowbar. Where is it? Have you seen the crowbar? Do you know where the crowbar is? It's over here. So we got this boy to get into things.
Hey, it's just like ours. Ours is like double the size. Ours is huge.
We're gonna need it.
Yeah, besides that.
I don't think ours would be good for this job.
No, we never use it for an actual crowbar.
No, we use it for destroying shit. Wait, no. It wasn't
Well, that's what a
time,
sledgehammer's for.
right? It's not as cool.
It does.
It's not as half-life. I don't remember what it was that I used it for, but I remember I did use it to get leverage into something.
So it looks like for this one, it's gonna be pretty easy for me to get into the back. So I am gonna do my usual climb. He's looking good. Let's put this gate down and I'm gonna grab my light over here. I'm gonna hop right in. And get the light on. That smell.
Smells like yuck.
Yeah, it smells a little, ooh, look at that.
Woo!
So, some story about these. There's a lot of. That's all cigarette burns.
That's all cigarettes?
Well, that has because when you look up here, there is a lot. Anyway, we got most of this stuff basically sight on scene. We got a picture. We saw that they existed basically. Yeah, but no. One of the big things that we got these is not specifically just Pop Music 1. These are Pop Music 1 export marquees, and this is a Pop Music 2 export marquee, which is pretty hard to come by. So anyway, I'm gonna make my way in here and we're gonna take a look at everything we've got. One thing I noticed, and I noticed this also from the videos when they were loading up, is the sides are a little bit they're pretty yellow, I guess, but they're probably just from sitting. But you can kind of see the difference there from where like the label ends to like the side of the cab. Hopefully some of that will clean up, but come down here. We've got a bar on the lock for poppin'. And actually looking at these actually I think these are Japanese cabs. We were originally concerned that these would end up being the export cabs, which are really cheaply built, or like the materials just kind of like press board or whatnot. So I'm going to be looking at that a little bit, but these are actually, well, they might be good. I'm going to take my shoes off and climb on up. All right, so now I'm up top. I'm gonna come back here, and I'm gonna get on top of these here. I'm gonna set this phone down real quick. Get on top. Okay. So yeah, this should be stable enough. Okay, I'm just gonna start waddling my way to the back. So yeah, this is just a bunch of Dance Maniacs. They are completely in unknown operable state at the moment, but I think cosmetically they should be generally all right, just because they've been sitting for a long time. So that's what we're kind of hoping. Got another pop in here, a newer updated one. Down here we've got some DDR pads, a white DDR cab. It's going out to where we're helping someone transport that. And back here we have the BisCo section, which we've been looking forward to for a while. I feel like if I get down now, I'm not going to be able to get back up easily. So I might not go the rest of the way in, because you can see the rest of it's just BeatStream. So yeah, anyway, we're gonna get this stuff unloaded. We're going to check it out. I'll probably be doing some videos and looking over this stuff later, but yeah, that's it. Nothing too exciting this time around. It's mainly, I think, 3 or 4 different types of cabs, so not really crazy, but yeah, we'll be looking over this. I'll probably do some videos on the BeatStreams and the Dance Maniacs at some point. We're gonna get to it. So we're looking through these cabs a little bit now, getting into the backs of them and whatnot, and thought I'd just, kind of follow up on the original, on the original part of the container. We've got here, we opened up the back of these pop-ins to take a look inside, and as expected, we've got the DJ mains. This one happened to have this though, which looks to be some top pops, brand new and just really cool. I wanted to show that off because this was not something that we knew was coming. Since we hadn't looked inside the cabs. So there was one of these that was in the warehouse, and I think we're supposed to get it on the next container, but this is something new. And I mean, it's all torn and stuff, so I'm not going to worry too much about tearing it open or anything, but like the tape hasn't even been peeled or anything like that, so. Was this a pop-in 1 or a 2?
This one?
Yeah, this one. What's on the marquee on the front?
This is
the 2? So that's cool because the one that we found in the warehouse was a 1. So this might be Poppin' 2 header art. Brand new. And this would be an export version as well, which is just even that much more unusual. Now we're not going to fire up any of these cabs yet because they all run on 220. And I want to make sure that we have all the necessary hardware in place before we get into it. So first off, here we've got the pop assembly instructions. They're in English. You got this cute Mimi and Yami on the background there. And I'm probably going to put this right back into the bag and store it until a later date, but I'm going to take this apart. We'll set this down and see this topper here.
Yeah, you want to grab those? Thank you.
So there we have it.
Whoa!
It's a brand new Poppin' Music 2 export marquee. Why does it look like he has a mustache? But that's really cool. I've actually never even seen the Japanese art, much less an English one. So that's really neat. I'm obviously keeping this. And maybe at some point when we put together everything as a, you know, have like a one cab for every version kind of thing, I'll put that on and I'll do a neat display. But for now, I'm going to put this away and store it. Let's get inside that, and one of you have a light? And I'm going to pull up the, set this on top of the cab for now. And take a look at these DJ mains in here, because all these pop-ins are, oh my god, the wind. Okay, let's take a look inside the cab and at the DJ main. So all of them thus far have this, have the case over it still, which is something that I don't always see on like the Beatmania 5 keys or anything. It's nice when they have them, but this is all original. And this one, the screws are already coming off on it, so I chose this one to open up. So let's flip underneath and take a look. And you can actually see the board is pretty clean. I mean, this just sat for a long time, and you know, with no use, so it hasn't really accrued too much dust or anything like that. And there we have 831T. Is the game code on it. The T was put on, I think, for the export ones, for the other export stuff that I've had before. I wouldn't be surprised if that drive is dead or something, but we'll try and dump it. Like, there's some discoloration on the top of these caps, but like if you look at them, they aren't bulging at all. Like it looks like these will fire right up once they're actually hooked up. But again, I'm not going to do any of that until I've actually tested, or like, you know, converted these back to 110 or hooked them up to a step down or something like that. So, okay, so that's those cabs. We're gonna look over the Dance Maniac, well, at least one or two of the Dance Maniacs in a sec, and we'll be right back. All right, we're getting started on a Dance Maniacs. We just picked one at random. So just also real quick, just looking over these, I'm actually going to look over them all a little bit, but like, we got a lot of little grossness here and there and whatnot, so that's something that we'll have to expect on everything. But they all seem to have the base plates, which is good. There's the one's missing a pod, like we were told in advance. Some of them, like, I'm trying to find the one, yeah, this one, where the side, you can see from the side here, is, you know, considerably not as good. The camera doesn't pull it out as well, unfortunately. Like, this is not white. This is pretty grimy, but I kind of expected this. But it's part of the reason why I want to go over all this stuff a bit more before we, you know, before I let any of them go. So, okay, we've got this one open up here. And, you know, I mentioned that we have a lot of BeatStream parts coming. So there's stuff like these front glasses. So this is probably what's going to go onto that Nostalgia that I'm taking apart and converting to BeatStream. It's good that we have a couple of these extra parts. And again, this is our first look inside the back. And this one, fortunately, does have the System 573. We're almost in there. Bear with us. So yeah, this one does have the Dance Maniacs PCB. It looks like a Dance Maniacs first, and specifically Dance Maniacs, not Dance Freaks. So this isn't a Korean cab. This is a Japanese cab. So that's interesting. I forgot to mention when we were looking at Poppin', Poppin' also kind of doesn't look like an export cab either. It's just in good shape. So I feel like all of these are actually going to end up being J cabs, which is nice. But yeah, so I mean, this one's actually complete inside. I'm sure when we hook it up, we'll, you know, we might actually get, you know, a good thing on that. So I noticed this one also is labeled 110 volt, but I don't know for sure that it's actually set to 110. So again, we're not hooking any of these up for this video. We'll come back to that. Let's see, what else do we really want to I don't think there's really much else I want to cover with BeatStream. All of them, you know, came with headers, and I think for the most part they'll be okay. But I would say maybe 6 of 7 for sure we'll be able to let go. Yeah, I think that's it for that. I'm gonna take a quick peek inside one of the BeatStreams, and then we'll call it for this video. All right, and we chose one of the worse / better of the BeatStreams to take a look at. Worse in that this one had some cracked plastics here, and in the corner there's the loose pieces here. This actually I think happened in transit, but which stinks, but we have a whole bunch of extras. So we'll be able to replace that. The other reason I picked this one is like this one actually inside you don't see as much of the, like rust on the bars or anything like that, but you still have like, I mean, so none of these are moldy or anything. They're just like all of them just smell like mildew is what it is. Just from not being in a climate controlled environment, I guess, which, you know, like, because when we were looking over this stuff in the warehouse, you know, we were kind of looking for signs of like mold and whatnot, and we didn't really see any. At least, you know, what I couldn't see from a cell phone screen, basically. But the other reason I picked this one was because this one actually has some stuff in the top. I don't remember if there's like a bunch of stuff in the cabs or not, but I'm gonna open up the back of this one to get a good look at what we expect to deal with, because again we're gonna have to restore all these cabs, and so yeah, there is a bunch more stuff in the bottom, which means I think the other ones might have a bunch in the bottom too. But yeah, we're gonna have to do restoration on this, and I don't know exactly what, you know, what all parts are there and aren't. As far as I know, none of them have the PCB, which should go right there. I'm really happy to see that it has the audio and the headphone jack amps and whatnot in there, so that's a big benefit. But yeah, it looks like we have a whole bunch of ears for the ear speakers. These will be helpful for converting nostalgias, and I'm gonna have a couple of these parts sent out to people who can get them reproed. So there's all that. Up here we've even got stuff like these are the header mounts. Somewhere, I think in one of these cabs is supposed to be a whole bunch of headers. Looks like there's a manual here. Not sure. Yep, that's BeatStream. That's a BeatStream manual. Interesting story, by the way. I think the first time I ever played BeatStream was in Taiwan, at one of the underground malls. But well, there's actually some flags, which is great, because I actually don't have the mounts for the flags on my cab, but there is a box cat. I know someone asked about it. There is one box cat. It's been used, and it's a little bent out of shape, and it's not quite as, well, the camera doesn't show it as not as white, but it's not as white. So that's nice. There's a box cat. That means someone's getting a box cat. I doubt there's very many of those though, so so yeah, these are all just the front panels, and in here is, I think this was some extra pop and music art that they gave us for something, and underneath I think that's a pop. Can you grab that? Get in here. I'm gonna pull these out, and I'll come back to the rest of this stuff later. Oh, this is heavy. Or it's just stuck. Oh, it's just stuck. So the acrylics for the topper aren't in here. There should be a stack of them somewhere, but this is... Oh, it's just stuck, that's all. Okay. Okay. So this was just some extra pop-in art that they gave us, but here's at least one part of the BeatStream. It's pretty filthy, but and I think there might be a couple that are in better condition. When we find whichever one I find that's in the best shape, I'm going to get it scanned, and I'm going to work on making sure they get reproed for posterity's sake. This just came along with poppin', and I don't know if I might try and put this up on the HD cab or or on one of my CRT cabs. It was just a nice thing they threw in for me. So anyway, I think that covers everything that I really wanted to look at for this container. So we'll wrap it up there. I won't take up too much time because I mean we got another 5 containers coming in soon. But yeah, that's our first kind of rare cab haul from them. So that's good. The next one's gonna have a bunch of GFDMs and some keyboard manias, DDR solos. A little interesting taste of the past that we're getting from these guys is pretty exciting. So anyway, thanks for watching. We'll have another container up probably within like a week or two. See you later.